So there's many things we had to do. So we obviously looked at Brazil and what Brazil is, you know, what kind of is synonymous with Brazil, you know, heat, flair, passion, that kind of thing. Obviously, from an artistic standpoint, you've got the famous yellows and the greens of Brazil. So a lot of that in terms of the front end, the menu. So we completely redid the front end look of the game, and that's kind of got this kind of, you know, passionate kind of focal look that is around the kind of Brazilian feel. And then in addition to that, obviously more importantly is kind of the in-game atmosphere. And what we did there is we really wanted to kind of blow out the importance of these games and also the atmosphere that makes the World Cup so special. And that is this kind of carnival atmosphere, this kind of celebration of culture. So I often say the World Cup is like the Rio Carnival meets football, and in this case it's even more relevant because it's in Rio, so well, in Brazil. So just capturing things like the crowd, you know, when you watch a World Cup game, it's very different to a regular game. They'll often cut to the crowd and you'll see the crazy outfits and all the rest of it. So we got all of that. We got, for the first time ever, cutbacks to fans at home. So you will see fans watching these games on the big screen in the home nation, so Trafalgar Square in England's case. So we really wanted to kind of focus in and capture all that kind of excitement and hullabaloo that kind of surrounds the football. The football is just a part of it. It's this much bigger kind of carnival event that's going on around it. So we've got the managers in there. We've got all the kind of effects, the confetti, the fireworks, all of that kind of thing. So it's really kind of football meets the world's biggest party in essence. So yeah, we've done a lot to capture that feeling. Yeah, so the gameplay, one of the key things for us was that people coming to us from FIFA would notice a difference straight away. So what we've done is listened to a lot of feedback on FIFA 14 and made changes based around that, in addition to brand new features as well. So what you'll find if you're a FIFA 14 aficionado is that the game feels very different. It feels a lot tighter. It feels much more responsive. You're able to pass to your teammates more fluidly. So it creates this kind of much tighter gameplay and like I say, a much more noticeable difference to FIFA. So I think anyone coming from FIFA will instantly think this feels different. We changed the penalty kicks because, again, feedback, 50% of our users are brand new. So we changed them because a lot of the feedback we got on the penalty kicks was they were unintuitive until you've kind of gone and played the skill game. So we haven't broken them. Key for us was that we changed them, but not in a way that someone coming from FIFA had to learn a completely new system. So it's just tuned. So we've just kind of tuned and tweaked the existing system. So if you're coming from FIFA, you probably won't notice that much of a difference. It's for those casuals who come and kind of hold the joystick top left, expecting to go to the top left, and it actually went into row Z. For those, it's a bit more forgiving because if you play the mini game now, you kind of see how the aiming reticule reacts accordingly. So for FIFA 14 users, rest assured it won't feel broken. Like I say, you probably won't know that much difference, but for the brand new users, they'll just find it a lot more intuitive. Yeah, so we've really pushed the 360 and PS3 to its limits. I mean, we're coming to later on in the console cycle, so we've obviously got a lot of back catalogue of knowledge of how to do that. We brought on some guys who'd worked on the Gen 4 product on FIFA, so we kind of really pushed the boundaries. So a lot of what we've done is we've saved memory, to get into kind of technical terms. We've freed up memory from other areas, which allows us to kind of blow out the visuals, improve the textures of a lot of the things. So the stadiums, that's why you kind of can see the external geometry of the stadiums now. And all the fireworks and effects and all the rest of it, we've kind of saved in other areas to kind of really showcase the visuals, which is a huge part of the World Cup. Yeah, so one of the things is we didn't want to, you know, make it so you can make a team full of Supermen. So, I mean, you are limited in what you can do with training. You can only train 4 players at a time. You can only train just before a game. It's not like freedom to train at every single point. And you can only really focus in on one aspect. So it is limited in what you can do. And there's also, on top of that, a risk reward. So if you're not really good at it, you could actually detrimentally affect their morale and form. So yeah, it's a fine balance. We certainly didn't want to create, you know, teams of 99s, and there's also potential with each of the players where they can't exceed. So you shouldn't find, you know, teams of Supermen. Yeah, so 203 teams is every team we can put in as is officially recognised by FIFA. So they're all licensed, all the real names, all the real players, all the real likenesses, Obviously, there's 2 levels of likenesses. This is where we kind of create a generic look based on, you know, kind of the create player kind of ideal, but it should look like that player. The step above that is where we have what we call star heads, where we kind of, you know, get the athletes in, sit them in our motion capture area, and really capture an authentic look. So we've got a whole bunch of new star heads. You'll find you've got pretty much complete coverage for all the big teams, and we did Danny Welbeck was an example of one of the heads we did this time that wasn't in FIFA, and there are a bunch of others. So for the big teams, you'll have full coverage.